A driver's behavior has upset you. How can you get over this incident safely? Gesture to them with your hand. Shout abusive language. Stop and take a break. Follow them, flashing your headlights. Stop and take a break. Do you need to plan rest stops when you're planning a long journey? No, you'll be less tired if you get there as soon as possible. Yes, you should plan to stop every half an hour. Yes, regular stops help concentration. No, only fuel stops will be needed. Yes, regular stops help concentration. How can drinking alcohol affect your ability to drive? How does drinking alcohol affect your driving behavior? It improves judgment skills. It increases confidence. It leads to faster reactions. It increases concentration. It increases confidence. How should you drive in areas with traffic calming measures? In the center of the road, with headlights on dipped beam, at a reduced speed, at the speed limit, at a reduced speed. How would age affect an older person's driving ability? They'll take longer to react to hazards. They won't be able to obtain car insurance. They won't signal at junctions. They'll need glasses to read road signs. They'll take longer to react to hazards. Some two-way roads are divided into 3 lanes. Why are they particularly dangerous? Traffic in both directions can use the middle lane to overtake. Traffic can travel faster in poor weather conditions. Traffic can overtake on the left. Traffic uses the middle lane for emergencies only. Traffic in both directions can use the middle lane to overtake. What advice should you give to a driver who has had a few alcoholic drinks at a party? Drive home carefully and slowly. Have a strong cup of coffee and then drive home. Wait a short while and then drive home. Go home by public transport. Go home by public transport. What can seriously reduce your ability to concentrate? Tinted windows, drugs, weather conditions, busy roads. Drugs. What can you do to help prevent tiredness on a long journey? Take regular refreshment breaks. Eat a large meal before driving. Complete the journey without stopping. Play loud music in the car. Take regular refreshment breaks. What does the solid white line at the side of the road indicate? Cycle path. Edge of the carriageway. Footpath on the left. Traffic lights ahead. Edge of the carriageway. What does this signal from a police officer mean to oncoming traffic? Go ahead. Turn right. Stop. Turn left. Stop. What hazard should you be aware of when traveling along this street? Glare from the sun. Children running out between vehicles. Large goods vehicles. Lack of road markings. Children running out between vehicles. What might you expect to happen in this situation? Traffic won't need to change position. Traffic will move into the right-hand lane. Traffic will move into the left-hand lane. Traffic speed will increase. Traffic will move into the left-hand lane. What must you do at this junction? Stop beyond the line, at a point where you can see clearly. Stop only if there's traffic on the main road. Stop behind the line, then edge forward to see clearly. Stop only if you're turning right. Then edge forward to see clearly. What must you do if poor health affects your driving? Inform the licensing authority. Always drive accompanied. Inform your local police. Avoid using motorways. Inform the licensing authority. What must you do if your ability to drive is impaired during a period of illness? Take smaller doses of any medicines. Stop driving until you're fit to drive again. See your doctor each time before you drive. Take all your medicines with you when you drive. Stop driving until you're fit to drive again. What must you do if your eyesight has become very poor and you're no longer able to meet the driver's eyesight requirements? Tell your doctor. Tell your optician. Tell the driver licensing authority. Tell the police. Tell the driver licensing authority. What should the driver of the car approaching the crossing do? Slow down and get ready to stop. Continue at the same speed. Sound the horn. Drive through quickly. Slow down and get ready to stop. What should the driver of the grey car be especially aware of? Traffic following behind. Doors opening on parked cars. Empty parking spaces. The uneven road surface. Doors opening on parked cars. What should the driver of the red car, arrowed, do? Tell the pedestrian in the road she shouldn't have crossed. Wave towards the pedestrians who are waiting to cross. Wait for the pedestrian in the road to cross. Quickly drive behind the pedestrian in the road. Wait for the pedestrian in the road to cross. What should you do about driving if you've been taking medicine that causes drowsiness? Ask someone to come with you. Drive on quiet roads. Avoid driving and check with your doctor. Only drive if your journey is necessary. Avoid driving and check with your doctor. What should you do as you approach this cyclist? Rev your engine so the cyclist knows you're following behind. Try to overtake before the cyclist gets to the junction. Flash your headlights at the cyclist. Slow down and allow the cyclist to turn. Slow down and allow the cyclist to turn. What should you do as you approach this overhead bridge? Find another route, this one is only for high vehicles. Move across to the right-hand side before going through. Move out to the center of the road before going through. Be prepared to give way to large vehicles in the middle of the road. Be prepared to give way to large vehicles in the middle of the road. What should you do if a doctor prescribes drugs that are likely to affect your driving? Avoid driving on motorways. Get someone else to drive. Never drive at more than 30 miles per hour. Only drive if someone is with you. Get someone else to drive. What should you do if a driver pulls out of a side road in front of you, causing you to brake hard? Sound your horn to show your annoyance. Ignore the error and stay calm. Overtake as soon as possible. Flash your lights to show your annoyance. Ignore the error and stay calm. What should you do if it's raining and you're following this lorry on a motorway? Move into a lane that has less spray. Allow a 2-second separation gap. Be aware of spray reducing your vision. Switch your headlights onto main beam. Be aware of spray reducing your vision. What should you do if the red lights start flashing as you approach a level crossing? Stop before the barrier. Go over it quickly. Switch on your hazard warning lights. Go over it carefully. Stop before the barrier. What should you do if the traffic in the left-hand lane is slowing? Accelerate past the vehicles in the left-hand lane. Move across and continue in the right-hand lane. Pull up on the left-hand verge. Slow down, keeping a safe separation distance. Slow down, keeping a safe separation distance. What should you do if the vehicle starts reversing off the driveway? Speed up and drive through quickly. Move to the opposite side of the road. Sound your horn and be prepared to stop. Drive through as you have priority. Sound your horn and be prepared to stop. What should you do if you become tired while you're driving on a motorway? Increase your speed and turn up the radio volume. Pull up on the hard shoulder and change drivers. Close all your windows and set the heating to warm. Leave the motorway at the next exit and rest. Leave the motorway at the next exit and rest. What should you do if you begin to feel drowsy while you're driving? Turn the heater up to keep you warm and comfortable. Continue with your journey but drive more slowly. Close the car windows to help you concentrate. Stop and rest as soon as possible. Stop and rest as soon as possible. What should you do if you start to feel drowsy while you're driving on a motorway? Open a window and stop as soon as it's safe and legal. Speed up to arrive at your destination sooner. Slow down and let other drivers overtake. Stop on the hard shoulder for a sleep. Open a window and stop as soon as it's safe and legal. What should you do if you think the driver of the vehicle in front has forgotten to cancel their right indicator? Overtake on the left if there's room. Stay behind and don't overtake. Sound your horn before overtaking. Flash your lights to alert the driver. Stay behind and don't overtake. What should you expect if you see this sign ahead? The road will bend sharply to the right. The road will bend sharply to the left. The road will go steeply uphill. The road will go steeply downhill. The road will bend sharply to the left. What type of vehicle could you expect to meet in the middle of the road? Car, motorcycle, bicycle, lorry. Lorry. What type of vehicle displays this yellow sign? A school bus. A broken down vehicle. An ice cream van. A private ambulance. A school bus. What type of vehicle uses an amber flashing beacon on a dual carriageway? A tractor. A fire engine. An ambulance. A doctor on call. A tractor. What will be a serious distraction while you're driving? Looking at road maps. Switching on your demister. Using your windscreen washers. Looking in your door mirror. Looking at road maps. What will become more expensive after you've been convicted of driving while unfit through drink or drugs? Road fund license. Driving license. Insurance premiums. Vehicle test certificate. Insurance premiums. What's the main hazard shown in this picture? Parked cars around the corner. The cyclist crossing the road. Vehicles turning right. Vehicles doing U-turns. The cyclist crossing the road. What's the main hazard the driver of the red car, arrowed, should be aware of? The bus may move out into the road. Oncoming vehicles will assume the driver is turning right. Glare from the sun may affect the driver's vision. The black car may stop suddenly. The bus may move out into the road. What's the main hazard you should be aware of when following this cyclist? The cyclist may wish to turn right at the end of the road. The cyclist may move to the left and dismount. The cyclist may get off and push their bicycle. The cyclist may swerve into the road. The cyclist may swerve into the road. When may you use hazard warning lights? When you're double parked on a two-way road. When warning oncoming traffic that you intend to stop. When your direction indicators aren't working. When driving on a motorway to warn traffic behind of a hazard ahead. When driving on a motorway to warn traffic behind of a hazard ahead. When should you use hazard warning lights? When your direction indicators aren't working. When you're double parked on a two-way road. When your vehicle has broken down and is causing an obstruction. When warning oncoming traffic that you intend to stop. When your vehicle has broken down and is causing an obstruction.